to anyway, particularly concerns about the economy, of course.
That's right. And Metro on their front page says, Mr. President, we need work. And that's what a lot of French people think right now. The unemployment figures came out this week, and in February, unemployment increased yet again. France is getting very close to a record unemployment. On top of that, their purchasing power decreased for the first time this year since 1984. So Metro Inside actually has a poll where it asked readers what the themes are. What do they want the president to actually talk about in this speech? And a lot of them say that, well, it's economic issues that are really the priority. 54% say unemployment, 48% say purchasing power, 38% the debt, 27% taxes. So all these economic issues are really what's on the minds of French people today. And it's interesting to note that, well, other social issues that we've been hearing a lot about that have been making the headlines, well, they're not as big a concern. For instance, the gay marriage debate, it's only 9% said that they want François Hollande to address that today.
Yeah, interesting to see that. And his personal style as well as president is coming into the spotlight, should we say. It's almost a year, of course, after he was elected.
That's right. And Libération says that the president is actually put into question. He's currently at a record low in unemployment, in opinion polls, and it seems that like a lot of French people actually just don't trust him as a person. And Libération looks at 4 questions that come up time and time again when people talk about the president. First of all, has he actually kept his campaign promises? Does he really tell the truth to French people? Are his policies really effective? And the one that we hear a lot about, does he know where he's going? And Libération in their editorial actually have pretty harsh words for the president, which is surprising because it's the left-leaning newspaper. And it says that, for instance, it seems like Hollande has really floated through his first 10 months in office. He's been more of a spectator than an actor. It seems like his campaign promises weren't credible to begin with, and he broke all of them, whether it was on unemployment, growth, taxes. Libération says he's run out of explanation, so his televised appearance probably isn't going to change his record unpopularity. But he says that, Libération says that France can handle the truth.
OK, well, that's what the left are saying. What about the right-wing Le Figaro also focusing on this?
Well, they wondered how has Hollande actually prepared for this speech, this 45 minutes where he can explain to French people just what he's doing. Well, he's sought a lot of advice from whether it's ministers or even communications experts, but according to Le Figaro, he's also taken a lot of personal time to reflect on this. Just how can he reassure French people? Well, Slate actually has an example for him. They've gone ahead and written a speech for him that he could just take and read out loud if he needs to. Now, he tries to, in this speech, Slate's speech, explain his policies, and he starts by saying, "My fellow citizens, yes, it's true, I've made mistakes. I was too confident about the economy, but don't worry, tax hikes are almost over. I understand your impatience and your doubts, but as I told you, I will keep my promises, and I played it safe. I didn't make that many to you."
Perhaps they'll put it on the auto cue for him, you never know. French papers also focusing on a funny take on the gay marriage debate. This is in the Taiwanese press?
That's right. This is the latest stunt from NMA, which is a Taiwanese-based media company which creates humorous animations about news stories. For instance, they made one that buzzed a lot about the Dominique Strauss-Kahn scandal or a Tiger Woods scandal. Well, now they're attacking the gay marriage debate, especially the demonstrations that took place on Sunday. It's kind of like an explanation for dummies. And so there's this animation where you can see, well, these gay demonstrators, there they are throwing cheese. There are also parts where they're hitting riot police with baguettes. And so it's a Taiwanese take on the gay marriage debate, friend.
They're always worth a look for, amusement purposes. There's the baguette.
There's the baguette.
Ouch. Finally, 20 minutes, taking a look at the very unusual film festival. This is opening in Marseille on Friday. It's a definite must.
That's right. It's the Festival International du Film Chiant, so the International Boring Film Festival. So must-sees are the story of film. It's a 15-hour documentary about the history of film. Also a film called Bovin, which is a documentary about cows without any voiceover. And I heard it was your birthday recently, Stuart, so I went ahead and I bought you a ticket. And,
that's so sweet.
You can thank me later.
Excellent. Florence VILLEMINOT. Her heart's in the right place anyway. Thanks very much for the Fresh Press Review here on France 24. Here's the latest news headlines for you now. Reopening